Welcome back to the top news channel RF Update. If you find my video useful, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Tensions explode, Boris quells the SNP's cunning, the curtain is drawn. The SNP opposes any and all deals. Anger bursts out of Boris Johnson at a contentious Brexit trade deal hearing. Asked about the UK's trade arrangements after Brexit, Prime Minister Boris Johnson went on the attack, accusing the SNP chair of the International Trade Select Committee, who is a member of the committee, of being against the nation. The controversy broke out. Many readers said that, we have government who suddenly told us things that 10-year-old have known for years, and if the DX don't want to comment on these issues they should not run the stories in first place. Deactivated. Come on Boris, you'll have to up your game. You should have asked Agnes how much of the 60% of Scotland's trade with the rest of the UK it is going to lose by quitting the UK, and what is it going to cost Scotland to join the EU apart from handing it back Scotland's fishing. Agnes obviously spends too much of his time entertaining teenage girls to know anything about trade or anything else. According to a source, New Zealand and Australia trade negotiations after Brexit were savaged by the International Trade Select Committee's chair, Angus MacNeil. As a result of estimates that Brexit would reduce the country's GDP by 4.9%, Mr. MacNeil demanded exact data from Prime Minister May on how much money the UK will make back from these agreements. During the emotional exchange, Mr. Johnson erupted at Mr. MacNeil, the SNP of opposing every free trade agreement that has ever been done. Many people believe that Angus MacNeil out a Hebrides own philanderer. Not a word about the SNP mismanagement and maladministration, not a word in his own constituency about the appalling laws genocidal Nicola is introducing. Not a word about his constituents now being totally infested with COVID. On the other hand, the only trade deal the SNP like is the one where we rejoin the EU. Anything else, regardless of how it will benefit the country, will be seen as a failure. In a recent speech, Scotch cattle and whisky might benefit from a boost in exports of £100 billion, according to Mr. MacNeil. Mr. Boris then went on the attack, Mr. MacNeil, of downplaying the significance of the trade agreement. Are you turning your nose up at that? Are you against it? He could be heard yelling over Mr. MacNeil SNP all of the world's free trade agreements. That they were opposed to entering the European Union should never be forgotten. Some readers commented that, if the SNP don't want any part of these trade deals, don't let them have anything. Withhold everything from them, including any more money. On the other hand, the anti-Brexit SNP knows very well these trade deals are building blocks for future trade. No trade deal gets instant results. It's like building a house foundation. Get it right and you build up from there. You have to look back in 5 to 10 years to see how well it's turned out. If you don't do anything, then you'll never grow. The SNP would complain about it if we did nothing. Along with that, it's not if Scotland goes independent. It's just a matter of time before they do. England needs to start preparations to move our military infrastructure. Big business too, from Premium Bonds head office, the Social Security offices from Glasgow, to name a few.